what was the process of going from video games to e-commerce? Was it just having conversations with your friends who ran stores?
On the transition from video games to Shopify, it was pretty clear pretty quickly that dynamic pricing for video games, it just wasn't the right company for us to start. That market is really consolidated. Like there's a million different game developers, but there's like 12 companies making probably 70% of the revenue. So that was one problem. Not a huge swath of customers to sell to and as new founders. Second, like kind of an insular industry, like we were seen as outsiders and it was very hard to get people on the phone. That could not be more different in e-commerce. Like we have just loved the like kindness and generosity and openness to new ideas. And then the third issue with gaming, I think was we realized we didn't care that much ultimately. Like I'm a gamer. I love my console games, but there's something somewhat casino-ish and mindless about purchases on mobile games in particular and in-app purchases. We're like, oh, like, do we really want to like work on this for 10 years? And again, very different feeling in e-commerce. It's like, oh, cool. You develop this new product and have an amazing story for why you have a better version of brownie batter and cake batter that is like vegan and eco-friendly. And you're trying to bring that into the world and we can help make that happen. So those were the reasons we turned elsewhere. And yeah, we had some old coworkers who were running brands, just were chatting and asking how they set prices. We heard a lot of like, well, our investor said we need 70% or 65% gross margins, and then did this on a couple of price points and haven't touched it for 2 years. And we were like, okay, we can definitely do better than that. And we actually had one person who was like, so can I like launch a test next week? We can try. It was when the first version of the product got built in like 2 days. So that's what pulled us in back in, I guess it was like February 2021.